Hey y'all, my name's Chris. I'm one of the salesmen at Devan Lowe Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Lincoln in Rainbow City, Alabama. And I'm just sitting here thinking about some of the ways that we are sort of an alternative to traditional car buying. One of the ways is, first off, I'll start about telling when I went in to apply for a job there, which is almost exactly a year ago now. I went in and carried a resume in, and the first guy I bumped into was Jeff, who's the pre-owned manager, and I told him I'd like to, apply for a job, and he immediately introduced me to Greg, who is the general sales manager. And in the first probably 2 or 3 minutes, one of the first things he said to me ever was, "We don't lie to our customers and we won't tolerate it from our salesmen." And that immediately resonated with me as a Christian, an imperfect Hall of Fame center Christian. It really resonated with me, and I went home that night and I told my wife. I said, it feels different there, and I'll backtrack a little bit and say that every car dealership that I've ever been in, and almost every car salesman that I've ever dealt with as a consumer has left a bad taste in my mouth. And I don't respond well to pressure and BS and bait and switch and any of it. I don't respond well to that stuff. And so that's the first thing that the general sales manager said to me. And, after talking with my wife, and I was at that time, I was, actively looking for a job and had gotten some, provocative leads on jobs, and was getting some, exciting interviews and requests for interviews and stuff, and even a few probably job offers. And, but I told my wife, I said, I'd like to stick with these guys and see what happens. So it's been a year, and everything that I have seen behind the scenes as an employee of Devan Lowe has only reinforced what I saw in the first, and what I felt in the first 2 or 3 minutes of speaking with Greg Nicholson, the general sales manager, when he said that. And now, and of course, the dealership is owned by Kendall Lowe, who has been working there for a very long time. And she owns and runs the dealership. Her daddy owned it and ran it before her, who seems like, I never met him, but he seems like he's just a heck of a guy. But for example, there are no fees there. There's no, every other dealership you go to, there are dock fees, all these crazy fees all over the place. And they don't hide them. They don't exist at Devan Lowe. Miss Kendall has, and that comes from the top down from Miss Kendall, came from her daddy as well. This year she gave away, and I got to see it, she gave away a free car to a high school senior honor roll student who had I believe had just graduated or was just fixing to graduate high school. And that's the 16th year in a row that Miss Kendall has done that. Miss Kendall is amazing. Her husband, Mark, is amazing. She's there most of the time, every weekday, and she is a hands-on. She has meetings with us every Monday and Friday, and then she meets with the rest of the staff in between. And she's very hands-on, and so these, the honesty and the fair sort of treatment of the customers, treating the customers like they're the most valuable link of the dealership, giving a free car away every year to a young person just starting off in life. That stuff comes from Miss Kendall. And she is amazing. She's one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. I mean, it's a lot coming at you. And she's, she thinks so quickly and everything. I'm always feel like I'm trying to play catch up with her. And, but she's incredible. The way she runs the dealership, she puts her customers first. She wants to create a situation where the customer is treated fairly and is happy enough that they're going to go and tell their friends, family, and coworkers about their treatment at Devan Lowe. And there's a huge amount of repeat business. Amazing customer reviews come in, but it's all from Miss Kendall. It all starts there. That's how she runs her dealership. It's amazing to see. It's amazing to be a part of. And I'll be in my office with a customer, and Miss Kendall say, "What are you working on?" I say, "Oh, I'm working on this. I've got this person in my office, and they're looking at whatever a Cadillac XT4 or who knows what." And she'll say, "Oh, okay. You mind if I come say hi to him?" And I say, "Yeah, that would be great." And because she wants the customers to know that she cares about them and she appreciates their business. This is the ownership of Devan Lowe. That's where all of it. I told my wife a couple of weeks ago, I said, look, if I got fired tomorrow, I'd still buy a car from Devan Lowe if I was in the market for a car. And that's the truth. It's because of what I've seen behind the scenes, because of how they treat people. They go out of their way on their pre-owned cars. If it is marginal or suspect, they don't sell it on the lot. It's because the selling one car is not the goal. The goal is for repeat business, to make people feel happy and like they got a good value and were treated well and acted that they were treated like family. That's the goal. The goal is the repeat business. And you can't get repeat business by treating people unfairly or taking advantage of people. I'm sorry, and she is smart enough to recognize that, and that's her business model. I've got tremendous admiration for Miss Kendall and for Greg, our general sales manager, for Jeff, our pre-owned manager, for Marty Bulls, who is the finance manager, and all of these guys. They are working together to do things differently, to be an alternative to what every other dealership does. Come down to Devan Lowe, give us an opportunity to earn your business. We won't waste your time. My name's Chris. My phone number is 205-405-8091. Give me a call. I'll ask you some questions about what you're looking for, what's important to you in your next vehicle. I'll give you some options. I'll invite you to come down and look at some vehicles and drive some vehicles, and make up your own mind without pressure, without fees, without all of the traditional ways of selling cars. We're different, and we're proud of that. And it starts with Kendall Lowe, the owner of Devan Lowe. Give me a call. I'd love to meet with you in person. 205-405-8091. Thank you for watching this long-winded video, and God bless.